boarded his flight and left without his wife when she insisted on getting Starbucks at the airport after he said they didn't have time.
Every couple, your blood pressure goes up when you hear the story.
As the plane was boarding, this husband called his wife 4 times to ask where she was. She finally answered on the 4th call and said that she was on her way back to the terminal and that the line at Starbucks was exceptionally long.
She should know that there's always a long line.
Yeah, where are you going?
At every Starbucks in every airport on Earth.
The husband went ahead and boarded the plane after the gate agent said they couldn't hold up the flight. He full on left his wife behind.
He can't hold the plane, but do you get on? That's the
I couldn't leave her. I couldn't leave her. You'd leave her?
Yeah.
Wow,
sure,
dude.
No.
Here's where I'm okay with it.
That's great.
If he says, oh, you want coffee? Let's see if there's some right outside the gate. Oh, look, there's some right there. Yeah. Have that. She says, I'm going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm leaving if you're not back in time.
Yeah.
Then I'm okay with it.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Husband boarded flight and left his wife. I'm going to go with you, Hank. I know we had somewhat of a similar situation with the pastor, man, but if y'all going out the country, this is the only flight that's going there that day. What you doing?
So, yeah, I'll leave a woman at a restaurant. She get left at the goddamn airport. So I hope she enjoyed it at Starbucks. I mean, but I don't know if it's the same situation I've seen before where the guy was going to see his daughter. I think she was having a graduation. And the wife, went to Starbucks. I don't know if this is the same situation or a totally different situation than that. But if this is that same situation where her husband left her because he wanted to make his daughter's graduation, yeah, he did right. He should have left her because he gave her full warning. Now, you ain't gonna make the time. It's all the way on the other side. It's not a good idea. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Ain't no need us both have to reschedule a flight and pay 2 plane tickets to upgrade again. No, you don't need. If one of us had to do it, it's gonna be on your ass. You got to figure it out. I hope you got the credit cards too. You know what I'm saying? I hope she got the credit cards on her. Because if not, she just gonna be assed out. Just take your ass on back home. Take a Uber, get your ass on back home, and I'll send you pictures. I'll send you video of the get together, of the trip, and all that bullshit. But yeah, that heifer, she deserved it.
I can't believe it, Jesus.
I did right. She should have been left for her silly ass, a selfish ass, going to Starbucks just to get a goddamn coffee. Fuck her.
Can we ask somebody who has a wife?
Fuck does that matter, Darwin?
About to tell you why. You
want me to bullshit. I don't give a shit. If let my wife do it. I'm gonna leave her back.
You even heard what the hell I was gonna say. God damn.
Oh, you gonna say some dumb shit. I know it.
Tread lightly, Day.
God damn. Not the bullets back.
Nah, man. I'm not leaving my wife at no damn airport, bro.
And there you are.
This is not your sister or your brother. We talking about your wife, bro. Come on, man. This is your wife. Anything could happen to her. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to live with yourself if some shit went down. You was in the air with no way to contact you or some shit. Some crazy people out here in this world. But I think it's a better way to handle this situation where you don't have to even put yourself in this predicament. If you know you close to the time where you got to freaking leave, she don't go get no coffee. If she don't go get coffee from right there, she don't get coffee, period. And that's why I think men got to grow their balls and put their foot down and show a little bit of leadership in that position and say, hey, look, if you go get some coffee from over here, you're going to be late. And then that means both of us is going to have to miss a flight because I'm not going to just leave you here. So I don't want you to go there. I don't approve of that. And that's when she got to be like, okay, baby, and sit the fuck down. That's what need to happen. Because I don't understand how you can just, if you go there, I'm going to leave you. You were really okay with leaving your wife. Like, God forbid y'all going on a fucking trip to go on a vacation and have fun for 3 days. The whole 3 days is going to be fucked, bro. If you know women like I know women. She going to be like, you left me, mother. That whole, you might as well just go home. You might as well just go home, bro. If you miss the flight, just go home, bro. I'm a yield.
So she had no respect for you to even tell you not to go. You to go over and get that goddamn coffee, but you okay with that? Fuck that heifer, man. That heifer gonna go back to the house.
We talking
and sit in
about
the
your
middle.
wife.
I don't give a shit, man. If that's my wife, she should have stayed right there beside me and went coffeeless and got one of them cheap ass coffee on the flight. Wait to where we got to and got a coffee at that airport. I mean, if you can't hold your tea that long enough, you can't go without the goddamn coffee. That's a problem. But you're gonna totally disrespect my wishes and go on and do what you want to do. Okay, heifer, you deserve to be left. Be mad to me all you want. You gonna go reschedule flight, catch the next flight out. If that means the next goddamn day, that's your fault. Your ass should have stayed right here beside me, getting on this plane together. That's what you should have did. Instead, you chose to be selfish and do what you wanted to do. So I'm going to be selfish and get my big ass on a goddamn plane and enjoy myself until your black ass get there, and then I'll suffer. See your miserable face talking about you left me. Well, your ass shouldn't have never left.
Darwin, listen. You are. I'm with you half of that on what you said, but and I know you said let's ask somebody who's currently married, but that's irrelevant, especially for people like Hink who's been married. Somebody like me who's been married twice. Listen, you can't tell women shit these days, Darwin. They know it. It's tantamount to children calling 911 if you give them a whooping. See, when I grew up, there was no 911. The principal had a paddle for my ass. And then I got another ass whooping when I got home, and whoopings on door to door on the way there. Now, children is like, oh, you're not doing that, because they know the freedom and the power that they have. So you can't move as a parent to your children the way parents used to do it. It's the same thing with women and wives. So any man who left his wife, he 100% has a backstory to that. There's more to that story. I mean, we got the cliff notes in the little video, but it's something that he said, fuck this shit. He was with Hink on that one. Because the reality of it is, the reality of it is, Darwin, here's the thing. For the husband at the airport, he's fucked either way. See, if he would have waited with his wife, he would have been miserable back at home. That would have been a shitty situation. If he would have told his wife, you can't get no coffee, he would have been miserable on the flight. He's fucked either. No matter how you slice it, if she don't get to do what she wants to do, she's screwed. So what he chose was a peaceful flight and a couple peaceful nights at the hotel alone. Because if he had made her get on the plane, it would have been a fucked up ass vacation, and certainly a fucked up flight at least. And if he would have stayed with her and they both missed their flights, his bank account would have been fucked up, and then he would have been arguing there. Women need to learn a little bit of that FAFO. They haven't had that in so long that's where we're trying to instruct these young men. Like, hey man, don't let them fuck around and find out. Women need to listen to their husband.
I agree with you. I agree with you in a sense, but what do you think is worse? If you would weigh the worst case scenario, what's the worst case scenario? That she don't get the Starbucks.
This is where he had history. I think the best case scenario for him was to get on the plane. I believe he waited because he knew his wife.
No. What I'm saying is, what is the worst case scenario as far as the woman being agitated or aggravated, him being fucked either way? What's the worst case scenario? Her having to get coffee at the little stand, or her not being able to fly with her husband in it?
Her not getting coffee at the stand and giving him a shitty ass fucking attitude the entire time because she's not getting her fucking venti latte, special sweet, whatever the fuck from Starbucks versus some black coffee on the plane. In his mind, it probably was better to just let her get her coffee and leave her ass.
All right, I do got some more context. I just believe I found the story. It says, in this case, the husband was going to visit his daughter and left his wife behind because his wife insisted getting a cup of coffee before getting on the flight was more important. The husband boarded the flight and departed without his wife because she insisted on getting Starbucks at the airport. In a Reddit post, the 47-year-old husband described the situation he was in while trying to go see his 21-year-old daughter, who was at college. The husband had not seen his daughter for about 3 months. Usually they visit her a couple of times a semester, but it had been difficult because they live on the West Coast while his daughter goes to college on the East Coast. The husband explained that he is a very type A person. He likes to have everything organized and hates to be late. However, his wife, his daughter's stepmother, is the complete opposite. She has what he describes as a go with the flow attitude. Although he tries to work around her personality, he does not put up with it when it comes to traveling. He explained that last year there was an incident when they were going to fly out and see his daughter, but as soon as they got to the airport and went through security, it was too late. The gate to their flight had already closed. It took me attempting to wake her up 5 times before she eventually got up at 7:40 a.m., then wanted to make coffee, shower, and eat a bowl of cereal, he wrote. His daughter was very disappointed that they lost 2 days with her, so the husband was very determined not to disappoint her again. Like the tardy wife managed to make their first flight without a problem, but yeah, once they got to
Yeah. So it was a
Oh,
domestic
she's
flight.
selfish as
Look
hell.
around
that
and
changes
find
She's
out. You need
selfish
to.
as hell.
In fact, he's probably helping her. He's teaching by leaving Darwin. I hear you saying, "Man, I'm not leaving my wife." You know,
Okay,
well,
I think we
they're
gotta
in the
let
airport.
off the gas pedal since we got context on me specifically, because it paints her in a different way now.
Well, you should have already known that.
No,
Nah,
you can't do
Darwin.
that. You
You
can't do
feel
that.
you feel
no.
different now, D. You feel different now,
You
dog.
can't do that
You make
because
it seem
that's
like
the
he
reason
left
why.
the
That's the
innocent,
reason why I
loving wife
said.
that always listens and shit, is obedient, is always does what she wants, and she just had to have some goddamn Starbucks. You didn't need nothing else other than she needed to get Starbucks, and it was time for them to go. That's all I
Well,
needed to hear.
That's
I think
it.
it's changes. I think having all that added context makes things different.
Man.
I mean, if your wife is okay with you leaving and catching a flight without her, that's also different. But if she's of the assumption that you're gonna be there, and if y'all happen to miss it, y'all gonna miss it together. I mean, that's a whole nother different ball game.
So Doc,
Letting her
hold
know
on,
like,
hold on. Are you willing? Are you gonna leave your wife if that happened? Would you leave her now?
No, I would not. No, hell no. I wouldn't leave my wife.
We already know.
There it is. Well,
You
there
tell
it
her
is.
all your
We
secrets.
got your answer. We got your answer.
Hold on, I'm with you, Darwin.
You guys are asking Darwin a what if question because the reality is Darwin's wife wouldn't go get coffee.
No,
if
Right,
Darwin told her
right.
not to. So a lot of times we throw these what if scenarios out there that wouldn't ever happen in the reality, because if we knew Darwin's wife, if we know Marcus's wife is gonna say, "Baby, I want to go get some coffee." Marcus say, "No, we ain't got enough time." She's gonna say, "Okay,
thank you."
Simple as that. Yeah,
Facts.
that shit can work.
And that's the last point I made. And I think you said you agree with some of it. And you agree with, and I think that's the part where you agree with. Yeah, you gotta have some balls. You gotta be able to. And I get it. A lot of y'all women ain't gonna listen to y'all. Some of y'all struggle with that. You probably ain't putting it down right. No, I'm just fucking around.
No, what it is, she put it down on your ass. That's why you gonna stay and not get on that goddamn flight.
And that's why you tell
that
all
could be
your
true.
secrets.
That could be true.
Love a
Mm.
boy.
Mm.
Did
I
actually agree with what you were saying, but it gives credence to a woman being out of line and having lack of respect for his child, because she could give 2 craps. My coffee is more important. You don't think, you're at the airport and things move in a certain type of way? Then don't play around with the flight. Make sure that you're on. Make sure you got your necessary identification. Make sure you don't have something in the carry-on that has you getting searched and getting wedgies and all kinds of stuff by the TSA people. It's structured. I got to get through this. I got to get to the area, and I got to get on the plane. If a woman, and it's his daughter, and he had messed up before, so you have enough information to say, this is my man. I know this is important to him. The coffee's not that important. I'm gonna get a juice and some sun chips on the plane.
So I think part of the context, I know I'm pulling this, it may seem out of nowhere, but I'm coming to the conclusion that she might not even want him to see his daughter. Like she might be a stepmom sabotaging that relationship on purpose. And yeah, when you in that type of situation, first of all, man, if you marry a woman where you can't say no to getting some Starbucks, you fucked up already, bro. You should not be giving a relationship, especially no marriage, to somebody you can't tell no, we're gonna be late, and she say fuck what you talking about and go get her coffee anyway. That's disrespect to the umpteenth level. She is all relationships do boil down to respect. Do she respect you or not? And if you can't say no and she honor that shit, she don't respect you. Don't fuck with her. Just keep fucking and let her go about her business. Don't be trying to, oh yeah, she cook good, she do all the other. Nope. Can I get a nope, JR? Nope. Tell her it's nope to that relationship. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. For the audience, I'm not married, haven't been married yet, but I gotta agree with Shan on this one. Shan, all you guys, really. I mean, if it's my wife, she's not going to get no damn coffee. Period. Just the way I move and my relationships and how we do things. And I travel a lot. I mean, I've traveled almost 20 times this year so far. Like I travel regularly. So whoever I'm with is going to be accustomed to traveling on a regular basis. So if I'm like, hey, we running late to the gate, fuck your Starbucks. Like you should already know that by now. Like, hey, we running late, babe. We gotta go right now. We gotta go right now. And then the fact that he sat with the gate agent and tried to hold the plane as long as humanly possible for his wife. I mean, in my eyes, he did everything possible that he could do. Everything possible to say, hey, my wife's on the way. She's coming. I promise you, she's coming. Hey, she's coming. She's coming to the gate. She's almost here. And they're like, sir, Mr. Madden, we gotta go. I'm getting on the damn plane, especially it's to go see my daughter, and I have a daughter. So anybody I'm dealing with gonna understand that's number one. Period. Point blank. That is my loins. That is my child. I am going to see my child. You are not holding me back from me seeing my child. If you're my woman, we should be on the same page. You should be just as ecstatic as I am, if you mind. But if we're not on the same page, then that's a whole nother issue. But yeah, you having to go to Starbucks that bad, that means you have a different level of dependency. You have a caffeine addiction. Like it's a whole lot of other shit going on. Or you just selfish as hell, disrespectful as hell. It's one of those or all the above. But yeah, I'm sitting right there in my first class, a business class seat, eating all the little snacks, have my little drink, get my little coffee, and then mix it up and have my little hottie toddy, whatever you call it. Shit, I'm good to go. And I'm gonna be relaxed and I'm gonna see my daughter. And you know what, babe, you get the next flight out, whenever that is, or whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in a few hours from now. We'll see you when you get here. We'll be here. Don't worry about it. Enjoy your Starbucks, boo. Enjoy.
Here's the cold piece, real quick, Marcus. I don't know. This is really to Marcus. Marcus, I know you haven't experienced this, but many men have. Many men. Whereas in the dating stage, in the courting stage, in the fiance, in the butterflies, maybe early in the marriage, she listened to everything you told her. She was one woman that you dated and that you fell in love with and that you bought a ring for and you proposed to and you married. And then later she became somebody totally different. Suddenly she wouldn't listen to shit you say. No, you didn't do anything different. You didn't get fat. You didn't get, you didn't lose your job. She just changed. And you wonder, where the fuck did this person come from? Because this is not who I married. It certainly isn't who I dated. But now, if I tell her don't go get no coffee, she's gonna be like, whatever. She got the kids already, and she got the marriage certificate. So now she wants coffee. She's gonna go get it. But when you were dating her, Marcus, she She listened to any and everything that you said. There's a lot of men out there, and I'm glad that you haven't experienced this, that has experienced somebody who was dating one person, but married somebody else. And that's really scary for a lot of men, because women can change like that, and they do it often as they get
her representative.
How long was they dating before they got married?
No, he was just giving a random scenario.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm saying, because I get what he's saying, right? Because people can like switching. I'm just saying, like, damn, it was no signs where you, like, this person just became, she was A, and then she turned to B with no signs in between.
And there's always signs.
It's always a red flag. You know, we ignore we ignore a whole lot of red flags for some good
so that's the issue right there, the red flags. All right, the red flags.
The other thing that get me with this situation is that, like, she has a repeated history of this.
Yeah.
She's done this shit before and done it before again. Like, she don't give a damn. He woke her up 5 different times to get her on the flight before that, like a different time. And he missed 2 days with his daughter.
Hey, but to keep it a buck, though, dude is into that. He likes that. Like that be the other part that people leave out. When men are with women like that, they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Most men that deal with women that talk back, that insubordinate, you know, they just cause all type of situations and overreact and all this other stuff. Men that stay with women like that, they like that shit. And hey, if you
I agree with you. You don't think it's a bait and switch situation, Viz?
I think that it does happen. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but as we all 9 of us men on this panel just agreed that if the double hand is solid enough and she throwing that muff, hey, I don't do nothing. When you ain't paying attention to none of that, man. So from my experience, from men that I see deal with women,
get that good.
That I see deal with women that act in that manner, they deal with it because they like that shit.
I agree with Viz. This is the world shifting. But look, I gave us the power of post-nut clarity for this specific purpose. If she can beguile you with her feminine wiles and make you so infatuated with her sexually, after you come, you're supposed to get clarity so you can see that situation for what it is. And at that point, you need to be like,
man.
You say what?
Because there's good pussy out there. No, there's good pussy out there, but then disrespectful pussy is something totally different. Like, it could be as good as you want it to be, but if it's disrespectful pussy, you just like, I can't do it. You know, you get in it real quick and then you be like,
nah, bro. I know.
You disrespectful. Nah,
I know.
It's something in my heart.
Babies in them, bro.
That's true. There's something in my heart. I can't align with it at all.
I think we're speaking from a different standpoint. Like, I think we're forgetting that there's a lot of men who just have limited access to women, right? It's very easy for us to just say, nah, don't be fazed by that. But there's a lot of men who have trouble obtaining women, and their standpoint is completely different, right? Their view of women is completely different. If you have a scarcity mindset, you don't deal with many women. The first little thing that get their claws into you, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this, because they probably had bad experiences with them. Like, say you was getting 3s all your life, and then a 5 come your way. Now you like, damn, I ain't never had nothing like this. No, I ain't about to let this go. Just because, no, real shit. Because you might not have had that experience, and if that's the best you've ever experienced, and everything else before that was a dud, you're gonna be looking up to her. And once a female realizes that you looking up to her, then it's a wrap for you, and she's going to treat you like that. To be real, he should have never married homegirl in the first place at all, because it sounds like he has OCD just from the details after that, right? It's beyond that type A. I think it's OCD. And if he has that, right, or anything even similar to that, he's going to have anxieties. He probably had an entire itinerary ready for him. So he had this set, that set, and she was just going to blow his whole shit that day. Like, so now his car rental appointment got messed up. Then he was supposed to meet somebody else, might be stop by a friend first, then go see his daughter. And the whole domino effect. Once one thing like that, one minor detail shifts, it'll blow your whole shit. Now your whole day's ruined. All your plans are done. And Phil, if you got a chick out of pocket like that, she disobey a daughter, it is what it is. You stay right there. And I stand where you were, dog, because I couldn't fathom my behaving like that, right? There's no way. Like when we travel, she just follow what it is that I do. I don't have to be like, no. Nah, that's crazy. But I understand that there are some women who you can't tell shit, because I've fortunately dodged all those women that be out of pocket. I was like, oh hell no, she recreational, right? But not everybody has that discernment. A lot of people think that you can make her happy and fix her, right? Well, if I put her in a house, if I marry her, if I give her a couple kids, she's gonna get better. No, she's gonna get worse. And I feel like that's what he fell into. And at that point, you trapped, because now you don't want to lose everything. So he damn sure should have left her ass, right? Just because her being out of pocket, I wouldn't tolerate it, right? And I understand leaving your wife there or whatever, but nah, man, she should understand that too, because I couldn't see it. Like if I'm like, oh nah, that shit ain't working. This ain't, because I leave it enough time. I don't like play that Home Alone shit running through the airport. It happened to me like once where I woke up late, but generally I'm out here like, nah, we there early. It's cozy. You can get a cup of coffee. You can get whatever you want. I'm not going to try to run it like a drill sergeant. I'm going to give it enough time for us to do what it is that we do. You get what you want, but you're not going to wait till the last minute and be like, oh. Like, I'll regulate shit. I'll be like, look, I know you're going to have to use the bathroom in the next half hour. Go ahead now, so you can get back in enough time for us to get on this damn plane. Because you know how that go. Women be having them baby bladders and shit, and you got to keep stopping. So I regulate all that shit. I'm like, nah, we going to do this. You do this now. You do this now. And that's it. You have, as a man, you have to be a planner, and you got to take charge of the situation. Once you start letting a woman take the charge of the situation, or she feel like she could do some out of pocket shit like that and be like, yo, yeah, I'm about to just go ahead and get this coffee. We gonna make it. No, you're not. That shit is not happening. And if you decide that you're gonna do that, the hell with you. Like Hank said, leave your punk ass right over there. And I'll catch you on the rebound. When I get down there, I'm going to do what I do, because you ain't fucking up my whole day. How about that? You get your punk ass over there when you get over there. You call you Uber and all of that. If that's how you feel when I tell you to do something and you don't follow my direction and I'm leading the shit, hell with you.